Good evening, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Deidre. Welcome. If you're returning, it's great to see you. So I'm not going to post this yet, but today is March 1st. So I'm going to wait a few weeks before I post this, but I wanted to share some things with you guys. But first I have a big announcement before this that I will post before I share this, and you'll understand why here in a second. So as of today, or tomorrow, I'll be 7 weeks pregnant with it'll be my third pregnancy, but our second baby. And I had a little bit of a scare last week. So I called my OB's office and they got me in the next morning. So they did an ultrasound of baby, and I'll try and remember to put a picture of that ultrasound. You can't really see baby. You can see where baby's going to be. The sac and everything is in there. But baby's so small, you can't see baby. You couldn't hear heartbeat yet. But baby was where baby was supposed to be, which was the most important thing. But while I was there, I asked my doctor, one, I got in trouble for a few things, but two, I asked my doctor about progesterone, because when I was pregnant with Hunter, they did all these like blood tests on me and then randomly called me and like 2 weeks later and was like, oh, you need to be on progesterone so you don't lose the baby. So like I was in a sheer panic. My progesterone with Hunter was 10.4 and I believe they want it over 12. When I was there last week, I asked her, hey, can we be proactive and test my progesterone so we know if I need to start progesterone? And so she tested me while I was there. I got the blood work Friday. And yesterday I got a call from the pharmacy. I had a prescription and I didn't know what I was expecting. So I logged in and looked and I saw the name of it and I was like, I think that's progesterone, but let me look. So I Googled it and I was right. It was progesterone. And I waited to see if my doctor's office was going to call me because they hadn't called me yet. So they did call me today and let me know. I was able to go get it today. So I'm about to take my second dose, but I wanted to show you what it was, explain to you a little bit about it. Obviously I'm not going to do it while I'm filming. I will do it off of camera, but, and this is the one that they put me on this time. The one they did last time, I was pretty sure that it was a cream or like a capsule that like dissolved into a cream. This one is a pill. So it's this little pill, and I'll open it, and that's the insert or the syringe. So you pull this back a little bit, you insert the pill, and then you insert it vaginally twice a day. For me, it's twice a day, but it can be more or less depending. Last time she only had me go to 12 weeks. This says for up to 10 weeks. I will find out at my first appointment what that looks like. I have washed my hands, so my hands are clean. But the pill looks like this. It's a pretty big pill, actually. I mean, that's pretty, you can see it's like almost as big as my thumb. So this pill, like I said, you just kind of pull this back a little bit. So it's like that. And then you just slip this pill right in there. And then you insert it vaginally. You press the plunger, and then you do your thing. And I do this twice a day. So this is to help the baby stick, so you don't have you have a less risk of like miscarriage or any of those kinds of things. And so always be proactive if you aren't sure, if you've had problems before, like, you know, definitely advocate for yourself. I'm glad I asked her when I was there last week, because I wouldn't have known that I was low, but I had a feeling because I was low last time, I figured I would be low this time. So let me do this and I will be back to talk to you more about like what happened last week, what my symptoms were that caused me to go in, share what my doctor thinks that it was and that kind of thing. So I'll be right back. Okay, so that's done. So each of these boxes, I got 2 of them in my prescription, has 42, is it 21 in each box? Yeah, so each one of these boxes has 21 syringes and 21 progesterone pills. So you only have 21 days worth between the 2 boxes. This cost me $60. So if I do go to 12 weeks, that's like almost $500 give or take, for progesterone. But it's fine. I will pay the price. It's baby's worth it to me. So, that is that. I will say the syringe style on this is quite awkward. The whole flat oval thing, I find it uncomfortable, almost like that it hurts a little bit because it almost feels like it's scraping a little bit. So maybe with practice, it'll get easier. But that's my critique of that so far. I know the last time, I'm going to TMI you right now, so my sincerest apologies. I will try and be not so graphic, but yeah. So the last time I was on progesterone, it kind of like lumped up like cottage cheese, truth be told. Like that's what it looked like. And it would get like pretty solid, like if you didn't clean it out. And so I would have to be in the shower and just scrape it out, like that cottage cheesy, like progesterone, because it just would like bunch up, and it was gross. Like, it's gross. I don't want my husband, like, or me, or, you know, anyone, not anyone, me or my husband, like, you know, like down there, my doctor. I don't want my doctor poking around down there with like cottage. No, it was not pleasant, but it was short term. After I finished the progesterone, I didn't have that problem anymore. But it is worth it to me to do it. Sorry, the cats are playing in the shower. So the reason I had gone in was because my upper back, like my mid to upper back, started like tingling, and I was having like numbness a little bit. Sorry, my husband didn't make his side of the bed, and I don't want to take all the blankets tonight and him get mad. And normally, like, I've been getting back pain already, but it's been going away if I like sit down for a minute. Sorry, Hunter's been coughing a lot tonight. I feel like I should have done a breathing treatment, but I'm not going to wake him up for one unless I have to. Let me pop you all up here and get in bed so we can chat. Okay. So I was having this like numbness, like, that's my CPAP, sorry. This numbness and tingling like in the back, like up my back, like into my upper back from my mid back. And it wouldn't go away. Like, it was pretty consistent for well over a day. And it just started randomly. And my shoulder started to hurt, mostly this one, my left one. But, so I was worried that there was something wrong, that maybe my tube got blocked, because I only have one tube. The other one was removed due to an ectopic pregnancy. So I was like concerned that something else was wrong, that I was losing the baby. I was just a mess. And so they brought me in, and she told me she thought it was back strain. I've been going to the gym. I've noticed, I work out with a personal trainer 3 times a week. I've noticed that I've been super tight. Like, my muscles are just tight. And I figured out that maybe it was picking up Hunter or working out at the gym, or I don't know. Something caused some strain. So I'm still having some of the tingling and numbness. I try and tell my trainer if I notice it like picking up while we're working out, because we're trying to narrow it down to figure out what's causing it. And what else? Oh, and then, so when I did my urine sample while I was there, she told me your urine was ugly. And I was like, did you just say my urine was ugly? Like, what does that even mean? And she's like, you're dehydrated, which is a big deal when you're pregnant, and it happens very easily. And she's like, and you have sugar in your urine. If you don't knock it off, I'm going to send you to high risk sooner, and I'm going to have you put on insulin. What is your A1C? And I said, well, I don't remember the last time I checked my A1C. I know it's been probably in the last year, but I don't, like, it was fine. It was like 5.3 or something. And she's like, I'm checking your A1C and trying to figure out where you're at and this and that. And I told her, I said, look, I know I didn't drink enough water yesterday because I was really upset and really worried about the baby. I said, but this morning, literally my appointment was first thing in the morning. I said, I just woke up. I started drinking water. I have a whole, like, 30 ounces of water in the car. I have coffee in the car. I have all the drinks in the car, but I didn't want to pee my pants trying to get to the doctor's office. And so, she was real mad at me. She said that I'm up 18 pounds since December. And I can believe that because I've seen it creeping up and I don't even know what to do, guys, to be honest. At this point, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to be mindful. I've been trying to exercise most every day. I should have exercised today. I did not. I might have to try and slip him some meds. I try and be mindful, you know, of like working out every day and what I'm eating. I've been trying to track some of my food. I've been trying to make sure I drink enough water. I got some of the low calorie body armor drinks, like the light ones that are lower in calorie and not as much in sugar. So I've really tried to be mindful. Am I perfect? No. But I've been trying to make sure I'm not gaining weight and that kind of thing. I do need to work on being more active. Like, I have my days where, like, on Saturday we walked for 2 hours. And Sunday I didn't walk at all, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I walked on... I was supposed to see the trainer on Sunday, but I ended up canceling it because Hunter wasn't feeling good. Tuesday I saw the trainer, but I didn't walk Monday because I forgot. Tonight I was going to try and do some prenatal yoga, but to be honest, I'm so tired today. And so I didn't want to. My husband went out with his buddy tonight. I've been home with Hunter and the pets, and I just didn't want to. So I got the kitchen cleaned up from dinner. I got the dishes done. I let the dogs in and out several times. I got a video edited for YouTube tomorrow, that kind of thing. So I didn't want to. So, but that's where we're at. But I have been taking like bumpy pictures every week the last 3 weeks. I started at 9 weeks last time, but this time I started sooner since I knew I was going to do it. I'm feeling good for the most part. It definitely feels different compared to my pregnancy with Hunter. The symptoms have been different. I haven't really, like, I occasionally get like kind of sick or like something will upset my stomach. Definitely raw meat. Don't want to touch it. It's the smell. When I'm cooking it, the smell gets me. And then I can't eat it at all. And so I've had to make my husband cook anything with meat. Because I can't touch it. Can't deal with it. Yeah, pregnancy brain has already started. I literally will forget what I'm doing walking from the cabinet to the couch, and which is like 15, 20 steps. Well, I don't know what they just knocked down, but now I get to go find that out. Puffy tail over here. But I've mostly been feeling really good. I've had some cramping. I was really, really bloated the first like 2 weeks, like super bloated. And that was no fun. What did you guys do? Oh, his bottle. They knocked down my husband's beard oil in the shower because they're boogers. These cats are funny. But yeah, I've mostly been feeling pretty good. We haven't told Hunter yet. We're planning on telling him after our first appointment, and then we're going to announce it to our families. But as of yet, we've told like our friends and some neighbors and that kind of thing. But mostly it's been, well, at least for our family. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. At least mostly for our family and a lot of like public knowledge it's not out there yet. But, yeah, so I just wanted to do a little bit of an update, share that with you. I have a baby haul to do with y'all. I have so much stuff like to share with you. But I don't want to start filming all that because I don't want the footage to sit on my phone for 3 or 4 weeks until I upload it. I'd rather wait to film it. That way I can film other content in the meantime. I still have to post my, well, I haven't even filmed it yet. I'm waiting till after my ultrasound pictures. Technically it'll be almost 9 weeks. Those ultrasound pictures so that I can share a picture of baby besides the one I have that's really just like the sac. But yeah, I just wanted to share this journey with y'all today because I just started the progesterone today and I know a lot of people don't talk about it. So I wanted to be open and honest and include you in that conversation. If you guys have any questions about it, just let me know down below. If you want to see more content like this, let me know. I'm trying not to overwhelm my channel with this type of content, but I will likely sprinkle it in because it's going to be a pretty big part of my life for the next several months, and really forever. So, I hope you guys like this video and you'll like the channel and subscribe down below. Don't forget to turn the bell notification to all, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.